Last week on Monday Night Raw, Dirty Dominik Mysterio, one of the most over superstars currently in WWE, and the current and still Women's World Champion Liv Morgan shocked the world. Well, at least most of the casual fans who haven't been expecting this pseudo relationship dynamic between the two to actually translate on screen. Because Liv Morgan has been saying this is her revenge tour. And within that revenge tour, she's practically done everything that she's wanted to do. For the most part. She wanted to beat Rhea Ripley for the Women's World Championship. She didn't get that chance because Rhea Ripley got injured. In storyline wise, Liv Morgan injured Rhea Ripley, took her out of commission. Then Liv eventually got her hands on the Women's World title, and now, with Becky Lynch out of the picture, Liv Morgan is focusing on taking one more thing away from Mommy, and that is Dirty Dominik Mysterio. Again, I'm not that big of a fan of romantic relationships or romantic storylines on WWE TV or on any wrestling program. But in this case, it adds more to Liv Morgan's character. It adds tension. It adds doubt in thinking, well, are Dominik and Liv in cahoots? Are they working together? Did Liv Morgan get and influence Dirty Dominik Mysterio? And down the line, once Mommy, Rhea Ripley returns, are we gonna get a big heel turn from Dominik Mysterio, Dominik turning on his mommy? Again, these are all questions that WWE wants us to ask. That's why they went ahead and did that in the closing moments of last week's Monday Night Raw. Now, as far as I can tell, Rhea Ripley is very, very near a return to in-ring action. Otherwise, we wouldn't be zooming through this entire interaction between Dirty Dominik Mysterio and Liv Morgan, which again we'll see more of tonight on Monday Night Raw. I'm pretty sure we're gonna have one of the backstage interviewers question Dirty Dom on what happened and what transpired last week on Monday Night Raw. Again, adding fuel to the fire. And at this point, this is all WWE can do. I mean, Rhea Ripley's out with an injury. Becky Lynch's contract came up. Your two biggest stars on the Raw Women's division. Out of commission, gone, not a part of any big stories. And now we're using the good old CM Punk Drew McIntyre style of keeping a feud, keeping a rivalry alive. And again, it works. It absolutely works because everything Liv Morgan has been able to do, her revenge tour, her quote-unquote taking out Rhea Ripley, her eventually winning the Women's World Championship, and now her going after Dirty Dominik Mysterio, that all adds to her character. That all adds to the intrigue. That all adds to the fans possibly connecting more with her character. That's something that's never been done, at least for Liv Morgan in this case. I think the closest thing we got to was when she was Miss Money in the Bank and she cashed in on Rowdy Ronda Rousey, and fans went nuts, but eventually they got tired of that. So WWE is trying to prevent that at this moment in time, and this is the best foot forward. Now, as far as what is Dirty Dominik Mysterio going to do? Do I think that Dom and Liv are now together and they're eventually going to turn on Rhea Ripley down the line once she returns? Which, again, I wouldn't consider too far-fetched. Sure, Rhea Ripley and Dominik Mysterio's partnership on TV has worked wonders for both characters. And it's been fairly entertaining. And again, it adds to Dominik's heel persona. People want to boo him. They want to cheer the freak out of Rhea Ripley. But Dom's there, so you can't really do that. So I think once Rhea Ripley returns and challenges Liv Morgan for the Women's World Championship, Dominik Mysterio has no choice, no chance in hell on the arena. Wants to cheer, but Rhea Ripley's there, so you have that uh, struggle amongst the fans. Let's ease them out of it. Let's make this easier for the fan base, at least for the casual fan base. Let's keep teasing the fact that Dominik Mysterio is working with Liv Morgan, or Liv Morgan keeps teasing that. Then, well, she influenced Dirty Dom, and now Dirty Dom is hers. Rhea Ripley comes back to take back Dominik, to take back the Women's World Championship, and guess what? That doesn't happen. Dominik doesn't let that happen. And now you have a full-blown, extremely over babyface in Rhea Ripley chasing one of the most hated couples currently in pro wrestling, Liv Morgan and Dirty Dominik Mysterio. Again, those are just my thoughts. Again, those are just what I think could happen down the line. I'd put some money on it, but we'll just have to wait and see. But with that said, what are your thoughts? What are your thoughts on that kiss from last week on Monday Night Raw? Do you think it was appropriate for them to go through with that storyline? Are you interested? Are you disinterested? Do you want Rhea Ripley back? Leave your thoughts, comments, and predictions in the comment section below. With that said, I'm Alexis Carrillo. This has been Wrestling Talk, and I'll see you next time.